Hi, Trina Lane here, and I'm making pumpkin muffins today. It's February, I know, but I don't know, pumpkin sounded good. I've been doing blueberry and banana. I thought pumpkin would be good. So I've already milled my grain. I milled a cup of soft white flour, and I milled 2/3 cup of Ezekiel mix flour. For the pumpkin, for when I'm doing like a dessert muffin, I like more soft white than I do the heartier Ezekiel mix, but I still like it in there. It just gives it a good balance. I make a daily bran muffin that I'm gonna make tomorrow. Those will have more Ezekiel mix and less soft white, and they won't be as sweet. Even though these that I'm making, they're not really that sweet either. Okay, I've already milled my flour, and I put in here in my flour, so this doesn't look like flour, but you can see it, there it is, okay. I milled the flour. I put a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of baking soda, and the brown is about a 1/2 cup of sucanat sugar. Okay, my wet ingredients, I have an egg, a teaspoon of vanilla, I have a cup of buttermilk, but I do a tablespoon of vinegar and then the cup of milk because I don't buy the buttermilk, it's really pointless. And I'm putting in a stick of butter. The recipe calls for a 1/2 cup of oil. I do the olive oil in the bran muffins that I'll make tomorrow, but these are the dessert muffins, so to speak. So we eat one at night after dinner. So I'm putting in melted butter. Okay. So that's it. Oh, and I have a little bit of sour cream in here because my daughter taught me that she's a baker. My last name's actually Baker, and she was a baker, but she really is a baker, even though she's not a baker anymore. So she taught me that using sour cream, you don't taste the sour cream, but it makes it really, really moist. So, and she's right, it does. So I've been adding, I don't know, 1/3 cup or so of sour cream. I don't think it really matters too much. You don't want a cup, but mixing this up. And then I'm gonna put my pumpkin in, and I've already mixed up my flour with everything in it, but I'm mixing it up again. I had put the sugar on the top. I like to get it good mixed up and create like a little well in the middle. Okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and put my pumpkin in before I stir it up. So, pumpkin goes in. I just bought organic pumpkin puree. That's going in. And then I'm gonna stir that up. I think I'm gonna use the whisk for that. It'll be a little bit better, a little bit quicker. And I'm excited because when I bake my bread, I use USA pans. They're the absolutely most wonderful pans, and I'll show you what they look like when I bake my bread, which I'm doing after I do this. But I finally bought myself, I don't know why I hadn't done it before, but the muffin pans. So the great thing about the USA pans, you don't have to put any butter in them for sticking. Nothing sticks. This is the pan. They're awesome. So let me mix my wet ingredients over into, well, I lost my, oh no I didn't. Spoon's right here. Okay. So I'm going to mix this up, put these bad boys into this muffin pan and stick them in the oven. And they'll cook for, I think, about 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check. You don't want to overmix, but obviously you want to get the flour mixed in. Otherwise, you'll have flour spots on your muffins. All right. I think that's pretty good. Man, this smells yummy. Okay, let me show you. There's my mix. I gotta grab my scooper. Thought I was so prepared, having everything ready before I started the video. Okay, here we go. Putting them in my muffin pans. No greasing necessary of any kind. How awesome is that? In they go. Listen, I hate a mess. That didn't get mixed right there, real good. I hate a mess, and it seems like when I bake and do this, it makes a mess. I'm excited about these muffins. I'm not even gonna put nuts on these, and I bet they'd be really good with nuts. Now, I know a lot of people would put icing on these, like cream cheese icing or something. I do make a homemade cream cheese icing, or just a regular buttercream icing, but I don't know. I'm not that huge person I'm not that huge of a person to like a lot of sweets. Although I do like them, but I don't like anything real sweet. So for me, these muffins will be the perfect sweetness without having to add any extra icing. Look at that, would you look at that? I'm trying not to make a mess. Okay, check that out. In the oven they go. When I take them out, I don't think I'll be able to come back to this video because I gotta make the bread bit video. But I'll make another video and show you what the pumpkin muffins look like. Okay, you guys, stay tuned to the next one. Trina Lane, bye-bye.